Hello, I'm John. Welcome back to the channel. We're at Low Barugh, between Darton and Barnsley. We're at the location of Silkstone Junction. In 1850, a short branch left here to serve Stanhope Colliery, just short of 2 miles away. Just before we follow the track bed, we'll just point out on this map the Barnsley Canal. When the railway came along, a bridge was built across it. We can still see the remains of it just behind this fence. We'll talk about this a little bit later. So, back to our railway. We can just make out the track bed on this embankment. It's a little bit too overgrown to follow, so we'll keep to this path for now. The embankment's just up there to our left. This housing development is known as Lockkeeper's Gate. Fortunately, the developers have built this path, which follows the line of the railway. We've now come to what would have been trackbed level. How long before this land's built on remains to be seen. The industrial units we can see just to our left are on the site of a former chemical works. This used this section of the railway until the early 1970s. From here we'd have been in a bit of a shallow cutting. There's been a lot of infill here to put this roundabout in. This is where the line went under the road. I'll put a picture up of the bridge being filled in. This house here stands on the site of a Methodist chapel. On the other side of the bridge, the cutting's been filled in. That's the track bed, just behind this fence. It's a private road now, so we'll pick it up a little bit further on. In the 1960s, the M1 motorway was built, cutting across both the track bed and the Barnsley Canal. A bridge carried the line across Cawthorne Road here. I think it's fair to say the road will have been widened since the days of the bridge, so there's no evidence on this side of the road. There's still a few remains on the other side. We'll just have a look. The lime trees we can just see in front of us there is the route to the trackbed. We'll have a walk down and follow it. We can pick the trackbed up just below this bridge. The trackbed's pretty overgrown, just to our left there. I must give a shout out to a good friend of mine and a fellow YouTuber, Dave Cherry. He inspired me to do this walk. Thanks, Dave. That's Silkstone Beck, just down there on our right. There were a number of mine workings in this area. Prior to the railways coming along, the Silkstone Waggonway connected many of these to the Barnsley Canal at Barnsley Basin, just in front of us here. The tramway closed in 1872 due to this branch being opened. Ironically, there's more remains of the tramway than there is of this railway, such as these stone sleeper blocks. Looks like there's evidence of colliery spoil here. This fenced off area looks like a mine shaft. Like I said, there are quite a lot of mine workings in this area. This is Royd's Lane, and we found what I like to call a proper level crossing gate. You can just see it there. Substantial gate post, the remains of a gate along it. You see the ironwork. Nice little find that. See the gate post being consumed by ivy. Yeah, it's wooden, not concrete. And this is probably journey's end for us. Among this woodland here is the site of the colliery. Not expecting to see any remains other than spoil, but you can see what sort of terrain we're walking into. You can get ripped to shreds going in there, so we'll have to settle for a map as evidence, I think. I think these buildings we're looking at here are more likely to be connected with farming rather than the coal mine. Certainly this one here does contain a lot of asbestos, which wouldn't have been around when the mine was open. So once again, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.